Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann Associates. Alex Napolis with you here at Zions Bank Stadium. We saw game number 1 of the 4A semifinals, and now we are ready to start game number 2. It is the number 2 in the RPI, the Snow Canyon Warriors, taking on the number 3, the Timpanogos Timberwolves, and it will be the Snow Canyon Warriors in the dark navy blue, shooting to the left of your screen here, the right of your screen to start here in the first half. And the Timpanogos Timberwolves in the all whites, shooting to the left of your screen. We are underway in game number 2 of the 4A semifinals. Taking a look at these two sides as we start this one, it is the designated home side in the Snow Canyon Warriors, led by head coach Connor Brown. Coming to this one at 16-2 overall, finished 11-0 in Region 9 play. They are the top of the region champions, coming into this one number 2 in the RPI, having scored 50 goals on the year, 18 goals conceded all season long for Snow Canyon. Ball comes out for Timpanogos here as McKenna Curry on the ball. One back by Snow Canyon. Out wide to Jolie Irving. Irving looks to play it over the top. Giving chase is Lottie Smith. Defended over by Kira Garfield on that far side. And Garfield doing a great job defensively for Timpanogos to boot this one away. Taking a look at the Timberwolves side, led by head coach Robin Bretzing. Coming to this one at 14-2 overall. Finished 8-2 in Region 8. Did win that region championship. Number 3 in the RPI. 51 goals scored, 13 goals against. Similar records for both of these sides when it comes to goals scored and goals conceded. Throw in here on the near side for Jolie Irving. Ball booted away by the Timberwolves. For Snow Canyon being the number 2, of course, with the first round bye. Took down number 15 Westfield 1-0 in the second round and was able to get a 1-0 win over the number 10 Crimson Cliffs in the quarterfinals to set them up here for this semifinal matchup. For the Timpanogos Timberwolves, got the first round bye. Took down number 19 Skyview 3-2 in that second round game. And last week in the quarterfinals, were able to beat the Ridgeline Riverhawks 2-0. Timpanogos also a semifinalist 2 years ago. Knocked out by the eventual Skyline champion. 2 years later, here they are again looking to fight for a spot in the 4A championship as they make the move down to 4A with the reclassifications. Goal kick coming up here for Timpanogos, and a chance for Emily Baguero to boot this one away. Lands at Allie Strong. Snow Canyon here with a chance to get in the attacking third. Nicely defended by Georgia King as the Timpanogos Timberwolves trying to build on the attack here. Here's Haley Hutchins played in behind. Huge defensive effort by the Warriors. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up now for Timpanogos. Played quickly. Ball in play. Lands at McKenna Curry. Ball played out wide. That's Macy Hoskins giving chase. The cross comes in. And ball will go out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for Timpanogos. Goal kick taken quickly. And short. Ball booted out. Out of bounds and out once more. A throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Ball comes in to the near side. Now for Irving. Nicely defended by the Timberwolves. Georgia King there booting it away. One back quickly by Snow Canyon. Irving doing a great job defensively. The cross comes in. And ball taken from distance. Takes a deflection. Georgia King giving chase. And King can boot this one out. Does. Irving on the end of it. The cross comes in. It's low. And it's booted away by the Timberwolves. Throw-in coming up here on the near side as Naddled throws it in. Irving pokes it through. And ball booted away once more by the Timberwolves. Timpanogos right now struggling to clear their lines. Good attacking play by Snow Canyon in the early offings of this one. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will now be a throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Ball back to Irving. Booted away by Timpanogos, only to find Nadald. He tries it from distance and goes wide of the post. Goal kick taken short. Timpanogos trying to play it out of the back. Ball over the top. Controlled by Snow Canyon as the Warriors trying to get on the attacking half, but it's going to be Rayleigh Cyril covering defensively for Timpanogos. Impact players in this one, when you look at the Snow Canyon Warriors, number 16, Lottie Smith, 13 goals, 5 assists on the season. Jolie Irving with 12 goals and 8 assists. Taking a look at number 12, Anna Monson as well for Snow Canyon. Coming into this one with 7 goals and 3 assists. The impact players for Snow Canyon. On the other side for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, have to look at number 2, Izzy Pierce, the junior. Coming into this one with 11 goals and 4 assists. Number 12, Hutchins with 11 goals, 9 assists. And number 11, Allie Strong with 2 goals and 6 assists on the season for Timpanogos. Those are the impact players for both sides. An offside flag raised on the near side. And we'll have a free kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Again, just looking for an opportunity to clear their lines. It's Riley Cyril here to boot this one away. Nice turn by Jessup. And that ball will go out for the Timberwolves throw. Georgia King to throw it in. King looking in the direction of Allie Strong. Comes down to Hutchins. Hutchins up the sideline. Nicely defended by Scarlett Scarlett Loss. And a foul called. Free kick coming up for the designated visiting Timpanogos Timberwolves. It'll be Riley Cyril standing over the ball to take. Cyril will boot this one into the box. Right in front of goal. Takes a big bounce over Hutchins. And Tori Martin coming off her line to collect. Martin will boot this one away. Giving chase over on the far sideline. Here comes Snow Canyon, and the Warriors quickly into the attacking third. Takes a deflection, out of bounds and out. We'll have a corner kick coming up for the Snow Canyon Warriors. Set piece opportunity coming up for Snow Canyon. 29:36 left to go here in the first. The cross comes in, low driven to the near post and booted out by Timpanogos. I believe that was Kira Garfield at the near post, booting that one out. Still an opportunity for Snow Canyon. Now Timpanogos on the ball momentarily. Jessup loses it. Here comes Snow Canyon. Step over into the box. Ball played out. The cross comes in. Just in front of goal. No one there to get on the end of it. And it'll be out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Another short goal kick by the Timberwolves. Booted away by Paulina Hernandez. Now lands at Izzy Pierce. Pierce looking to play it out wide to Garfield. Can't connect. And a turnover here for the Timberwolves as Snow Canyon gets the throw in the attacking third. Ball played in. The cross, looking for Irving. At the top of the 18, Georgia King covering. Now it's Strong. Strong plays it into the middle for Jessup. Jessup goes all the way back to her goalkeeper in Emily Baguero. Baguero boots this one away. Brought down by Snow Canyon. Here in the middle of the park by Scarlett Luce. Allie Strong for Timpanogos. Turning it up the sideline. Izzy Pierce giving chase. Nicely defended by Sydney Croton. Out of bounds and out for the throw. Throwing it in here on the near side is Amelia Nadold. Jessup doing a good job covering it. And it will be a throw in for the Timberwolves. Taken quickly by Jessup. Izzy Pierce can't connect. Anna Monson losing out possession. Snow Canyon to the Timberwolves. Here's Hahn. Hahn trying to play it out to Garfield. Ball given away. Snow Canyon thrown in quickly. Nicely intercepted by Hahn. Hahn bringing it in for Timpanogos. And brought down. A foul called. And a free kick coming up for the designated visiting Timpanogos Timberwolves side. It'll be Rayleigh Cyril over on the far side to take. She floats it in. Yeah, only to find a Snow Canyon player. Now comes out to Monson. Trying to get it back out to the far sideline. Goes out of bounds. Timpanogos throw. In for Hutchins. Throw in coming up again for Timpanogos. Hutchins will leave it for Garfield. Garfield throws it in. Playing it into Jessup. Jessup looking for support. Jessup cuts back. Jessup now carries with time and space. Jessup still waiting for support. Now plays it to Garfield. Garfield cuts inside. Garfield playing it into the box. Booted away by Snow Canyon. Lands at Cyril. Ball out wide. And given away. Hahn winning it back for Timpanogos. Ball goes out of bounds and out for the Timberwolves throw. It will be Kira Garfield to throw it in. Hutchins bringing it down, trying to turn, looking for support. Up the sideline. Still Hutchins, waiting for support. Gets it back out to Garfield. Garfield crosses it in. Filters through to Jessup. Jessup taking a shot from distance off the post and cleared away. Jessup again taking a shot and just wide. Malia Jessup bangs one off the post. And Timpanogos, oh so close to opening the scoring, denied by the woodwork. Timpanogos now trying to clear it. King puts a foot on it. Izzy Pierce trying to bring it in. And out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Ball back in play. King again getting a boot on it. King goes down and a foul called. This one will go against the Warriors. Georgia King to take. 24-23 left to go here in the first. All tied up at 0-0. Malia Jessup for Timpanogos crashing one off the post moments ago. Nadold playing it, throwing it in, lands at Irving. Irvin trying to turn. And now King defensively for Timpanogos clears this one out. Ball played in back to Irvin. McKenna Curry winning it back for Timpanogos. Now in the middle for Jessup. Jessup will go all the way back to Borrego. Now it's Hutchins. Over on that far sideline, Hutchins trying to keep it in. Goes out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Prior to substitutions in the offing, as looks like that's number 18, Lucy Leon, checking in.
Substitutions for Timpanogos, number 18, Madeline Searle. Number 9, Eleanor Aslo.
Mass substitutions coming up for Timpanogos as well.
Number 18, Lucy Lyon. And number 26, Kate Dunkley.
Ball coming the other way for Snow Canyon. Irvin looking for support. Finds the overlap and run in Anna Monson. That ball goes out of bounds and out for the Snow Canyon throw. Here as Amelia Nadold to throw it in. Lands at Irvin. Irvin plays it in. Ball booted away by Curry. And now another throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Nadold playing it in. Irvin with the header. King is there. Irvin getting a foot on it. Lands at King. King boots this one away. Out of bounds and out for another Snow Canyon throw. King heads it away for Timpanogos. Lands at Irvin off the throw. King there defensively, boots this one out. Jessup trying to bring it down. Back in possession, Snow Canyon. Anna Monson can't connect. And a bouncing out. A substitution coming up for Timpanogos as looks like that's Kira Garfield checking out. And
substitution for Timpanogos is number 10. Anna
checking
Gardner.
in, Anna Gardner.
Replacing number 17, Kira Garfield.
Irvin, step over the ball. Looking for support. One back by Timpanogos. Only momentarily. Jessup takes a deflection. Out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Substitution for Snow Canyon as Ava Wong checking in.
Mia Waldbilling. And number 22, Ava Wong.
Mia Waldbilling also now onto the pitch for Snow Canyon. Foul called and a free kick coming up here for Timpanogos, and an opportunity to boot this one away, clear their lines as Rayleigh Seal boots this one out. Quickly one back by Snow Canyon. Irvin trying to poke one through. Giving chase is Gardner. Bagero off her line, collects. And Bagero will leave it short to Cyril. Now it's Curry. Curry up in the direction of Carter. Carter now looking to play it to Haslam. That ball will go out of bounds and out. Haslam throwing it in. Lands at Carter. Carter looking in for Hahn. Ball went back by Snow Canyon. Wong looking to get it back onto the sideline for Irvin. Instead, it'll be Timpanogos' throw. Ball comes in for Haslam. Haslam bringing it down. Gets it to King. King playing it across to Cyril. Cyril with time and space, carrying in possession for Timpanogos. Out wide now to Gardner. Gardner up the sideline. Giving chase is Hickson. The cross comes in. Can't keep that one in bounds. And it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Warriors. Less than half to go here in the first half. 18-20 still to play. Still tied up at 0-0. Couple of good chances for Snow Canyon. The biggest opportunity coming off a shot from Jessup that came crashing off the post. And all tied up here at 0-0. Rayleigh Cyril doing a great job coming across defensively and clearing this one away. Hernandez gets a boot on it. Now lands at, looks like that's Scarlett Loss. Ball will go all the way back to Croughton. Playing it across. One back by Timpanogos. Haslam gets a touch. Nicely one back by Snow Canyon. Here's Croughton. That ball will trickle out of bounds and out for a Timpanogos throw-in. Substitutions in the offing for Snow Canyon. Now Irving winning it back. Irving playing it up the sideline. No one to connect as that one will go out of bounds once more. This time for a goal kick. Here comes the substitutions for Snow Canyon as Anna Monson checks back in.
Number 5.
Mackenzie Lavelle also back into the game.
Mackenzie Lovell.
And Eleanor Armour
Anna Monson.
back in. Nicely one back by Timpanogos. Hahn trying to keep possession for the Timberwolves. That ball comes out to Haven Carter. Carter trying to float one in over the top. And that one will continue to be Timpanogos' ball as Hahn back in possession. Hahn playing it to Carter. Carter trying to find a runner off the ball, looking for Haslam. And can't connect there with Eleanor Haslam. That ball will go out of bounds and out for the Snow Canyon throw. A whistle and a foul called. This one against Georgia King. Pleading her case, but a foul against Timpanogos. Free kick for Snow Canyon. It's Mackenzie Lavelle standing over it. Lavelle boots this one up, trying to be brought in by Eleanor Armour. And that one goes out of bounds and out. Carter bringing it in. Carter back to Hernandez. Hernandez boots this one out. It's a couple of bounces. Now Snow Canyon in possession. Gardner doing a good job defensively, getting a header in there. And now here comes Snow Canyon with an opportunity. Late runners into the box. The cross comes in. No one there to get on the end of it. King will now have to cover this one. Goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Substitution as well as Lottie Smith back into the game.
Number 16, Lottie Smith.
Ava Wong heading to the bench for a breather.
Replacing Ava Wong.
Ball comes out to McKenna Curry. Curry can't get around her mark. Nicely done by Curry to shield that one out. Timmy Garner to throw it in. Ball back in play for Timpanogos. Booted over the top. Brought down by Jessup. Jessup supports herself. Now ball floated over the top, leading at the sideline for Haslam. Jessup bringing it in. Back to Haslam. Haslam cuts back. Gets it to Jessup in the middle. Jessup looking for Carter. Heavy touch. And one back by Snow Canyon. Nicely defended there by Timpanogos as they win the ball back. Carter. And Lavelle there to boot this one out. Quickly won back by the Timberwolves. Ball out to Hahn. Georgia King crosses this one. Brought down by Madison Cyril. Quickly won back once more by the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Here's Cyril. Playing it to Curry. Curry out to Hahn. Hahn into Carter. Carter, heavy touch. Trying to clear it out defensively there was Mackenzie Lavelle. And now booted away by Snow Canyon. Haslam winning it back for Timpanogos, playing it into Hernandez. Hernandez takes the touch, trying to get it out to the sideline. Takes a couple of bounces in the middle there as Gardner finally gets a foot on it. One back by Munson. Out wide. Opportunity here for Snow Canyon to cross it into the box. Nicely defended by Paulina Hernandez. As that ball will go out for the Snow Canyon throw on the far sideline. Timpanogos winning the ball back. Up to Carter. Carter settles it. Leaves it for Madison Cyril. Out wide now to Haslam. Haslam trying to find Jessup running in behind. Great defensive effort from Snow Canyon. So Canyon doing a good job to win the ball back. Hahn. To McKenna Curry. Curry goes out wide to King. King looking to get it in towards Jessup. King goes to ground, and a foul called against Snow Canyon. Eleanor Armour there commits the foul. Free kick for Timpanogos, standing over it, Rayleigh Cyril to take. Cyril floats one into the box. Carter is there. Carter with the header. Tries to get it over Tori Martin. Martin doing a great job off her line to collect for Snow Canyon. Ball booted away by Tori Martin. Brought in by the Warriors. Out wide to Armour. Armour has two runners. Armour plays it in. McKenna Curry doing a good job defensively. Trying to get that one out. Takes a deflection as it goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Substitutions coming up for both sides. Jolie Irvin back into the game. Scarlett Loss back into the game as well. And Amelia Nadald also in for Snow Canyon. For the Timpanogos Timberwolves, number 2, Izzy Pierce back into the pitch. Allie Strong and number 12, Haley Hutchins, all checking back in.
Snow Canyon substitutions, number 21, Millie Nato. Number 11, Jolie Urban. Number 3, Scarlett Losi.
King steps up. Nadel brings it down. Plays one in to Smith. Lottie Smith into the box. And that one will go safely into the hands of senior goalkeeper Emily Baguero. Ball booted away by Baguero. Snow Canyon recovering here in the middle of the park. Georgia King with a header. Brought down by Madison Cyril. And now here comes Cyril with an opportunity. Playing it to Hutchins. Hutchins. It's 3v3. 3v4. Runners coming in late into the box. And nicely cut out by Snow Canyon as that one's booted away. Throw-in coming up for Timpanogos. The cross comes in at the top of the 18. Trying to bring it in is Izzy Pierce. We'll leave it for Curry. Curry supports herself with King. King floats one in towards the top of the 18. Only to find Snow Canyon in that stout defense. Izzy Pierce. Back to Pierce. Pierce still battling possession. That will come off a Warrior. That ball goes out of bounds and now a corner kick coming up for the number 3 in Timpanogos. Ball floated in near post, booted away by Snow Canyon. Lands at Madison Cyril, who takes it from distance. Now in front, Izzy Pierce is there. The offside flag raised. And a chance here for Snow Canyon to clear the pressure off the free kick. Tori Marion, the goalkeeper, to take. She boots this one out. Lands at Lottie Smith. Smith playing it to Armour. Armour with a nice touch. Booted away by Rayleigh Cyril. And a foul called against the Timberwolves. Opportunity here for Snow Canyon coming up in a dangerous position. Jolie Irvin to take. With 6:30 left to go here in the first half. Five on the wall for Timpanogos. Baguero setting everybody up to her near post. The shot floated in. Baguero up for line, and Baguero is able to collect. Big play by the senior goalkeeper, Emily Baguero, coming up big off the free kick. Floated into a dangerous area by Snow Canyon, but Baguero comes off her line, reads it well. Timpanogos here still trying to clear their lines. That ball will go out of bounds and out over on the far side. Substitution coming up as number 8, Veronica Weston, checking in.
Ronnie Weston.
Back onto the pitch.
Replacing number 12, Anna Monson.
Ball lands at Izzy Pierce for Timpanogos. Playing it up to Allie Strong. Strong out to Hutchins. Hutchins trying to get it back to Strong. Covered there by Sydney Croughton. And Croughton boots this one out. Nicely defended there by Snow Canyon. Lets that one just roll out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Here in the dying moments of the first half. All tied up at 0-0 between the number 2 Snow Canyon Warriors and the number 3 Timpanogos Timberwolves. Remember that the winner of this one will take on the number 1 in the RPI, the Mountain Crest Mustangs, after their 2-1 win over Green Canyon earlier today. Mountain Crest with their ticket booked, signed, and ready to go for that 4A championship game. Awaiting the winner of this one as we're all squared up. McKenna Curry collecting in the middle of the park for Timpanogos. Playing it to Jessup. One back by Snow Canyon. Here come the Warriors on the attack. Garner gets a foot on it. Takes a bounce over Hernandez. Baguero off her line, and Baguero's taken down. But amazing job again from Emily Baguero off her line to collect. Reads it well. And is able to avert any danger from the Snow Canyon side. Ball booted away. Lands to Pierce. Pierce with a heavy touch. Georgia King giving chase. Takes a deflection off of Amelia Nadalt. King to throw it in for Timpanogos. Lands at Jessup. Jessup with a heavy touch. And goes over Weston. Now it's Hutchins. Hutchins trying to filter one through to Allie Strong. Good idea on the through ball. Just needed a little bit more to get that one behind the Snow Canyon defense. Both sides defensively standing strong so far in this one. Hernandez goes to ground. Timpanogos able to clear this one out. Georgia King will now boot this one away. Mackenzie Lavelle. Jessup coming up defensive, trying to win that ball back. It's Izzy Pierce. Pierce plays it in for Madison Cyril. Leaves it for Gardner. Gardner taking a shot from distance. And Tori Martin standing on her line to collect. Snow Canyon now coming the other way. That ball filtered through. King covering, and again, Emily Baguero off her line. And is able to win the ball back for Timpanogos. 1:37 left to go here in the first half. That ball takes a couple of bounces. Jessup trying to win it against Lavelle. Mackenzie Lavelle doing a good job, trying to cut it, find support. One back by Timpanogos. Here comes Allie Strong up the sideline. The cross comes in, goes back post. And Snow Canyon will just see this one go across the face of goal and boot it away. Throwing now on the far sideline for Timpanogos. One back. The Timberwolves taking a shot from distance. And that one will go past the post and out for the goal kick. Oh. I'll say it's a corner with 40 seconds left. The Timberwolves have a corner kick opportunity to end the first half. The cross comes in. into the box, floated in. McKenna Curry was there, couldn't get a shot off. Lands now at Madison Cyril. Cyril taking a shot, takes a deflection. Allie Strong back to Cyril. Cyril. Snow Canyon collects. Ball to Amelia Nadold. Emily Baguero off her line. Baguero is able to collect.
5, 4, 3.
And Baguero will hold, and that will do it here for the first half. We've reached the break. We head to the halftime break, and everything all tied up at 0-0. Couple of good opportunities for Snow Canyon to try to get in front, but the most dangerous opportunity of all came from Jessup, who had a shot for Timpanogos that came crashing off the post. And that is the story of the first half, as we are all squared between the number 2 Snow Canyon and the number 3 Timpanogos. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 of the 4A semifinal second half action when we return. To the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Napolis here as we start the second half of action between the number 2 Snow Canyon and the number 3 Timpanogos Timberwolves. Trying to fight and find their way to a 4A championship game to be played Friday against Mountain Crest, who won earlier today. All tied up here at 0-0 as we start the second half. It'll be Snow Canyon in the blue shooting to the left of your screen, and it will be Timpanogos in the white shooting to the right in this second half. Mackenzie Lavelle in possession here for Snow Canyon, playing it back to Croughton. Now it's Monson in the middle of the park. Izzy Pierce. Pierce plays it to, or trying to play to McKenna Curry. Ball goes out of bounds and out for a Timpanogos throw. It'll be Kira Garfield to throw it in. Garfield plays it in. Finds Jessup. Jessup out wide to King. King trying to get around Amelia Nadald. But Nadal doing a great job defensively as that ball goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Evenly matched contest so far here between the number 2 and the number 3. For Snow Canyon, already making it a step further than they did last season. Last year fell to Park City 2-1 in the 4A quarterfinal. Park City, of course, making it to that championship game against Green Canyon. So this is a Snow Canyon side who already has 2 state championships under their belts, one coming in 2012, the last one coming in 2018. Looking for their first state championship title since 2018. Timpanogos last year also knocked out in the quarterfinal, lost to Ridgeline 2-1 in the quarterfinal. Timpanogos, 4-time state girls soccer champions. 2009, 2011, 2013, and 2014 was the last time Timpanogos able to take a state championship home. Both teams looking to, of course, make it to that championship game on Friday. Here comes Izzy Pierce. Back now to Izzy Pierce up the sideline. Pierce cut inside by Allie Strong. Now ball booted away. King to Curry. Curry gets it back out to King. King now plays it up the sideline. It's Pierce. Pierce trying to get it in for Hahn. Or Cyril, who boots it over the top. And that ball will land safely into the hands of Tori Martin. Ball booted out by Snow Canyon. Down goes McKenna Curry. A foul called and a free kick coming up here for the Timberwolves. .55-54 left to go in the second half. All tied up at 0-0. Cyril will play one in over the top. Tori Martin off her line, and Martin collects. Ball booted away by Martin. McKenna Curry gets a header on it. Hahn brings it down. Ball given away. Garfield now giving chase as the Timberwolves trying to keep possession. Ball booted out by Garfield. Throw-in coming up now for the designated home side, as Mackenzie Lavelle will throw it in. Lavelle gets it in. Brought down by Armour. The cross comes in. Lottie Smith near the top of the 18 trying to track that one down. Now back out to Armour. And the shot from Anna Monson. That will go wide of the goal, out of bounds, and now and a goal kick coming up here. Timpanogos here looking to boot this one away. Emily Baguero gets this one out. Ball given away. Snow Canyon winning it back. It's Armour. Armour taking a shot from distance. Only to find Baguero and a player down. It looks like that's Ronnie Weston. Stoppage in play with 34-16 left to go. And Weston back up on her feet. Ball back in play as Baguero can boot this one away for Timpanogos. Now it lands at Jessup. Jessup now goes to ground, and Jessup commits the foul. Free kick coming up for Snow Canyon as Malia Jessup draws the whistle. Ball goes out of bounds for the throw. It'll be Timpanogos ball. Hutchins lets it bounce. Now into the box. Lavelle's there. Is able to boot that one out. Georgia King gets a foot on it as the Timberwolves trying to retain possession. Jessup bringing it down. Jessup as Georgia King now in possession for the Timberwolves. Hutchins trying to turn, does. Hutchins against two, cuts back, looking for support, gets it out wide. Nice pass there from Hutchins to find Allie Strong. Allie Strong, though, caught in an offside position. And it will be a free kick coming up here for Snow Canyon with the offsides call. Continues to be an evenly matched contest between these two sides. Both teams defensively coming up big. Georgia King having herself a good game. Rayleigh Cyril having herself a great game. Over here on this side for Snow Canyon, Lavelle coming up big defensively for the Warriors. And now here comes Hutchins as Timpanogos tries to get on the attack. Hutchins into the box. Hutchins takes the shot, and Hutchins Can't put it on frame. Takes a deflection. It goes out of bounds, and now a corner kick coming up for Timpanogos, and a huge chance there for Hutchins. First big opportunity of the second half, and it goes to Timpanogos. Corner kick coming up, set piece opportunity. The cross comes in near post, and it will just go straight back out again for another corner. Timpanogos plays it quick and short. Ali Strong plays it back. The cross comes in. Curry gets a header on it. Now into Hutchins. Hutchins taking a shot. Huge save by Torrey Martin. Martin comes up huge for Snow Canyon. Hutchins was in, had the chance to score the first goal, and denied by Martin. The cross comes in. Torrey Martin again, this time holds on to it as the junior goalkeeper. Coming up big for Snow Canyon here early in the second half. Now coming the other way, quick counter for the Warriors. Garfield takes a touch. Armour trying to get it through. Hahn comes up and wins it back for Timpanogos. Here comes Curry. Curry losing the ball. Now to Armour. Garfield covering defensively for Timpanogos. Armour gets it back. Ronnie Weston trying to play it into Anna Monson. And that ball will go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitutions coming up for the Timberwolves. As the front three for Timpanogos heading to the bench. Carter checking in. Haslam back in. As
Timpanogos substitutions, number 12, Haley Hutchins. Number 1, Haven Carter.
Ball back in play. Substitution as well for Snow Canyon as Kate Dunkley checking in.
Into the Snow Canyon.
Off comes Eleanor Armour.
Ava Wall. Correction, number 26, Kate Dunkley.
Ball back in play. Timpanogos off the throw. Now it's Haslam. Haslam playing it, looking for Hahn. Hahn in a dangerous, going back towards her own goal. Able to play that one out. Carter. Now back to Garfield. Garfield to Hahn. Hahn will go to Curry. Curry in the middle of the park, playing it to Cyril. It's Madison Cyril. Carrying for Timpanogos in possession. Cyril cuts it back, looking for support. Cyril taking the shot. Takes a bounce in front of Torrey Martin, who lets that one go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Martin boots this one out. Curry battling up the sideline. Carter trying to keep that one in. Can't, as it will go out for the throw-in. Here on the near side for Snow Canyon. Lavelle throwing it in quick. Dunkley brings the ball in. Now it's Ronnie Weston. Gets it out wide. To Nadold. Nadold trying to play one in. Emily Baguero off her line. It's Cyril playing it up to Carter. Carter looking to go up the far sideline. And the offside flag raised. Looks like that's Malia Jessup over on that far sideline, who's caught just a fraction offsides. Garfield clears it and stolen by Snow Canyon. Now into the box, it's Dunkley. Dunkley against Garfield, looking for support. Taking it towards the near sideline. Here's still Dunkley. And now Garfield steps up and is able to clear.
Entering the game for
Substitutions coming up for Snow Canyon as Mia Waldbilling checks back in. Also into the
10,
pitch,
number 18, Lucy Lyon.
Lucy Lyon. Dunkley. Nicely defended by Garfield. Ball comes back out. Hahn booting that one out. Haslam giving chase. Coming across is Macy Hoskins defensively for Snow Canyon. Hoskins again gets a foot on it. Lands at Haslam. Dunkley trying to keep that one in. Can't as it goes out of bounds and out. Throw in coming up for Timpanogos. Ball to Anna Monson. Monson trying to cut inside into the box. Monson goes to ground. Ball cleared away as Cyril comes across and makes the defensive clearance. Throw in coming up as Lucy Lyon will throw it in. Monson can't connect. Hoskins gets a header on it. Now it's Jessup. Jessup cuts back. Gets it to Haslam. Haslam trying to use some fancy footwork there to get it out. And instead, turnover. Quickly won back by Timpanogos with Curry. Out wide to Hahn. Ball will go straight to Tori Martin as Martin does a good job coming off her line. Brought down by Snow Canyon. Hahn. Hahn brought down and draws the foul. A whistle from the official as a free kick coming up here for Timpanogos. Rayleigh Cyril directing traffic. Trying to get her team set for the free kick. Ball floated in over the top. Jessup is there. Jessup with the header. And Jessup with the goal. Timpanogos off the free kick. Floated in over the top. And Jessup is there. Puts it in. Timpanogos lead.
Goal. Timpanogos, number 13, Monlia Jessup. Timpanogos 1, Snow Canyon 0.
What great awareness
Emma Gardner.
from Rayleigh Cyril to direct the traffic on the set piece opportunity.
Number 5, Eleanor Armour.
She had 3 of her teammates running in behind the Snow Canyon defense. And Jessup is there to capitalize. 23:08 left to go here in the second half. And it's a Timberwolves lead as they lead it 1-0 over Snow Canyon. Well, it's going to take some creativity here to break that Snow Canyon defense, who has been stout and well all afternoon long. And it came down to that free kick. Makes the difference so far. Is Madison Cyril back on the attack for Timpanogos. Ball comes in for Jessup, the goal scorer. Playing it to Curry. Curry with a heavy touch. One back by Snow Canyon. Gardner gets a header on it. Gardner back into the game for Timpanogos. Nice step there from Rayleigh Cyril. Cuts back. Ball in the middle for Hahn. Nicely cut out by Snow Canyon. Dunkley in possession for the Warriors. Dunkley will play it back to Hoskins. Hoskins comes to the near side for Lyon. Lyon in the middle for Mia Waldbelig. Nicely cut out by Timpanogos as they boot this one away. And substitutions coming up now for both sides. It looks like number 24, Mackenzie Lavelle, back into the game for Snow Canyon. Izzy Pierce back into the game for Timpanogos.
Into the Timpanogos lineup, number 2, Izzy Pierce. For Snow Canyon, number 24, Mackenzie Lavelle.
Out of bounds and out once more. This time a throw-in coming up for Snow Canyon. Brought down by the goal scorer, Jessup. And Jessup with the late challenge, trying to stop Snow Canyon from stealing that one. And Jessup called for the foul. Ball booted up and away. Cyril is there. Weston bringing it down. Croton to Dunkley. Dunkley back to Hoskins. Hoskins back to Croton. It's Weston. That ball can't connect with one of her teammates. It goes out of bounds. And the officials say it took a deflection, so it will continue to be Snow Canyon ball. Prior to substitutions coming up for both sides as number 20, Erica Jensen checking in. Ronnie Weston back into the game. And looks like number 22, Ava Wong checking in as well.
Erica Jensen, number 8, Ronnie Weston, and number 22, Ava Wong.
Garner boots this one away. Hoskins comes across and boots this one out. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for Timpanogos with 19:10 left to go here in the second half. The Timberwolves lead at 1-0 thanks to that goal from Malia Jessup. The cross comes in. Snow Canyon able to cut this one out, and the Warriors boot it away. One out by Izzy Pierce. Cut out by the Warriors. Here comes Snow Canyon trying to hit on a quick counter. It's Lyon. Lyon up the sideline with a heavy touch. Can't keep that one from going out. And a throw-in coming up now for the designated visitors in the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Ronnie Weston brings it down. Allie Strong trying to turn. Supports herself with Madison Cyril. Goes all the way back to Georgia King. King up the sideline. One back by Snow Canyon. Here come the Warriors. Takes a deflection. And it will go out of bounds and out. Ball back in play. Lavelle trying to get around it and plays the ball up for Snow Canyon off the deflection. Here comes Lyon. Lyon cuts back inside. Lyon gets it in to Wong. Ava Wong now looking for support. Has to play it back to Weston. Dunkley. Ball booted away. Taken quickly by Tori Martin to Hoskins. Hoskins. It's Lyon. Back to Hoskins. Wong plays it to Lyon. Scarlett Loss. Loss will play it to Wong. Wong now near the top of the 18. Wong supports herself back with Armour. Armour goes to Scarlett Loss. Loss taking a shot from distance. And Emily Baguero comes up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, makes the save. And here's a chance for Timpanogos to clear their lines. Ball booted away by Emily Baguero. Giving chase over on the far sideline is Izzy Pierce. Timpanogos throw with Pierce. Back now to Pierce. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Substitutions coming up for both sides. Number 21, Amelia Nadal checking back in. Number 16, Lottie Smith in for Snow Canyon. The goal scorer, Malia Jessup, back into the game.
Number 21, Millie Nadeau. Number 16,
for Timpanogos. Lyon looking for support. Plays a dangerous ball into Ronnie Weston. Ronnie Weston does a good job there to relieve some of that pressure. Clears it away, only to find Curry. Curry takes a shot from distance, can't put it on frame. And a goal kick coming up. Lottie Smith. Back to Hoskins. Hoskins up the sideline. Dunkley. Dunkley connects with Lyon. Lyon can't keep that one in. It will be out of bounds and out for a Timpanogos Timberwolves throw-in here on the near sideline. Gardner boots this one out. Lyon. And that ball can't be kept in bounds by Lyon. Takes a throw in here coming up for Timpanogos. A heavy collision here. And a free kick called, a foul coming up for Snow Canyon. Lottie Smith. Good to see her back on her feet. She is, of course, the leading goal scorer for the Snow Canyon side. 13 goals on the season. And they need one now from Lottie Smith to try to tie this one up. Time beginning to wind down here in this second half.
For Snow Canyon, number 12.
Substitutions coming up for Snow Canyon as
number 10, Anna Gardner. Number 11, Allie Strong into the lineup.
The Timpanogos Timberwolves also with a crop of substitutions. Allie Strong and Hutchins back into the game. The ball floated in by Croton. Bergero off her line, still with an opportunity. The second chance from Snow Canyon goes into the hands of Bergero, and Bergero will boot this one out. Good chance for Snow Canyon off the free kick. Bergero came off her line, it took a deflection, and ultimately lands safely into the hands of Emily Bergero, the senior goalkeeper, doing her part to keep the clean sheet and keep this 1-0 lead. 12:50 left to go. Snow Canyon so far doing a good job of holding this Timpanogos offense and denying them from scoring a second. Gardner taking a shot from distance, straight into the hands of Tori Martin. Doing a good job defensively of holding Timpanogos, but they need a little bit more fire in the attack. We'll see if they can find that fire here in the last 12 as time again running down in this 4A semifinal. Ball played in quickly. It's Irvin. Irvin crosses it in. Paulina Hernandez is there. Ball booted away. Takes a bounce over Allie Strong. Strong not giving up on it as she wins it back. Strong to Pierce, to Jessup. Jessup looking in the direction of Hutchins. Now it's Izzy Pierce, one back by Snow Canyon. Jessup comes across, trying to win it back. Irvin trying to flick one through was Anna Monson. Tori Martin off her line to collect. Boots it away. Comes down to Lavelle. Now it's Allie Strong. Jessup looking to float one into Hutchins. Here comes Madison Cyril to Hutchins. Hutchins now into the box. Hutchins taking a shot off the post into the back of the net, but the offside flag is raised, and it will not stand. Hutchins adding a second for Timpanogos. However, just a fraction offside as the flag is raised. And ball back in play. This one remains at 1-0. Ball booted away. Paulina Hernandez clears this one for Timpanogos. Lands at Jessup. Jessup gets it to Hutchins. Hutchins has a runner. Looking for Pierce. Pierce using her speed to get behind her the defense. Pierce taking a shot. And Pierce takes a shot. And it goes just wide of the post. Izzy Pierce had the chance for two. No flag raised. She was onside and just could not sneak that one into that bottom corner. Snow Canyon dodged one there. Foul called and a free kick coming up for the Timberwolves. It's going to be Cyril standing over it to take. We'll boot this one over the top. Into Hutchins. Nicely defended by Snow Canyon. Still Hutchins tracking it down, cuts it back, looking for support. The cross into the box. Jessup is there, trying to turn, gets the shot off, and it goes wide. 8:45 left to go here in the second half.
Timpanogos substitutions, number 3.
Substitutions coming up for both sides as the Timpanogos Timberwolves lead it 1-0. Timpanogos trying their best to extend the lead. Hernandez comes across, gets a foot on it, goes out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for the Warriors. And down goes Hahn. A foul called. And a free kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Free kick for the Timberwolves. Cyril will float one in over the top. Comes down to Pierce. Pierce to Miley Miller. Miller back to Gardner. Cyril comes across defensively, puts a boot through it. Ball takes a bounce. Cyril's there. Cyril gets a foot on it, is able to play it out wide. Irvin tracking it down. Irvin cuts inside. Irvin taking a shot from distance. Puts it right in front. Emily Beccaro reads it well. Throw-in coming up. Now foul called on that one. 6:20 left to go. Timpanogos leads at 1-0. Ball booted over the top. And runners giving chase. But ultimately, we'll go out of bounds and out. Tori Martin here with the goal kick to clear this one away. Substitutions coming up for Snow Canyon as Eleanor Armour back in. Kate Dunkley back in. And Scarlett Losey back in the game as well. Dunkley. It's now Ronnie Weston. Nice switch over to the far side. Georgia King coming up big defensively for Timpanogos as she cuts that one out. Up the sideline, Jessup. One pack by Snow Canyon. Cut back inside. It's now Armour. Armour with a nice turn around Curry. Georgia King there gets a foot on it as that one goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. 4:52 left to go.
Number 12, Haley Hutchins.
Haley Hutchins back into the game. And a stoppage in play. Getting the clock set.
To 4 minutes, 54 seconds.
Ball goes out of bounds and out. Hutchins to throw it in. Hutchins will leave it. It'll be Georgia King to throw it in for Timpanogos. Ball comes in, and ball goes out of the stadium. Throw in for Timpanogos over on that far sideline. Jessup trying to keep it in. Cleared away by Snow Canyon. Timpanogos doing a good job to track that one down. A heavy touch by Curry. Hahn able to collect. Here comes Izzy Pierce for Timpanogos. Curry over the top. Hutchins running off of it. Tori Martin off her line. Time running out here for the designated home side. Snow Canyon, this could be one of the last chances. Arbor, nicely defended by Cyril and booted away. Out of bounds over on the far sideline for the Warriors. Nice turn by Armour to Weston. Dunkley with a heavy touch. Nice turn by Irvin. Irvin taking a shot from distance. And safe by Emily Beguero, who collects. Ball booted away over on the far sideline. It's Jessup who cuts inside. And Jessup will look to filter one through. That will just go straight back to Tori Martin. Hahn in the middle of the park. Trying to bring that one down against Ronnie Weston. Weston goes to ground, a foul called. And a free kick coming up for Snow Canyon. Hoskins will play this one quick. Gardner comes across defensively. Gardner commits a foul. And a free kick for Snow Canyon in an extremely dangerous position. Two minutes left to go here in the second half. Snow Canyon trailing 1-0. They have a free kick. Jolie Irvin standing over it to take as the clock winds down. Everybody in the box except for one for Snow Canyon. Irvin floats it in. Inside the 18, trying to create some chaos. Timpanogos clears. Garner puts a foot on it. Nicely shielded by Snow Canyon. Ball goes out. Irvin plays it in quick. Cyril boots this one away. Irvin trying to bring it down. Takes a deflection. And a corner kick coming up. Snow Canyon have a corner. Irvin to take. Everybody at the back post. 1 minute left to go here at Zions Bank. Still 1-0. Irvin, the cross comes in near post. Inside the box. Cleared away. Hutchins gets ahead on it. Still Snow Canyon trying to stay in the attack. Timpanogos trying to clear. They do. Hutchins now running it up the sideline. Hutchins boots this one away. Jessup coming. Jessup's in an onside position. She was coming from the halfway. Jessup taking the shot. Tori Martin forced into a save. And Martin collects. 30 seconds left for Snow Canyon. Cyril trying to put this one away, only finds a Warrior. Timpanogos pokes it out. The Timpanogos bench on their feet. Snow Canyon bench on their feet. Jessup filters one through to Pierce. Pierce, just take it to the corner, and she is. And that should do it. That will do it. The Timpanogos Timberwolves. The number 3 in the RPI.
And Snow Canyon 0.
Pull off the 1-0 win thanks to a goal from Malia Jessup, and Timpanogos is heading to the 4A state championship game where they will face the Mountain Crest Mustang for the 4A crown. What a conclusion we have had to this one. Jessup with the goal. Snow Canyon with a good chunk of opportunities here at the end of it. But Timpanogos prevails as they move on. For Snow Canyon, they fall to 16-3 on the year. Timpanogos will improve to 15-2. And it will set up number 1 versus number 3 in the 4A state championship game. Again, that's coming at you Friday here on KSLSports.com. And that's going to do it for us here from Zions Bank Stadium. That's day 1. Don't forget, day 2 coming up tomorrow. We have the 5A semifinals to kick off the day. Bright and early at 10 a.m. Game 1 and Game 2. Following that, the 6A semifinals as well. All tomorrow here on KSLSports.com. From Alex Napolis, a huge shout out to Vince Francis on the camera. And from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow for the 5A and 6A semifinals.